Besties, welcome to today's Big Brother Over the Top updates and spoilers. Our house guests of the day, Danielle Fernandez and his family, Michelle and baby Castor. Hope you guys are all doing great. It was so nice to hear from you, and thank you for supporting us on Patreon. And I also want to give a quick happy birthday shout out to my brother Sean. He's 24 today. Sean's the best. So if you guys want to be house guests of the day, either be my brother or check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Alright, so yesterday they had the Have Not reveal, and a lot of the house guests have been basing their decisions this season on who the have-nots are because, you know, they can use that to get a read of what America's thinking from week to week. But this week, they found out that America did not vote because there were only 3 house guests eligible to even be have-nots this week, and they're the have-nots. So that's Danielle, Alex, and Morgan. That sucks for them. This is the second time for each of them. Alright, but some good news. They found out that this is the last week for have-nots, so after this, you can eat all that crappy food you want. Alright, so we've seen, since last week, things have been really rocky between Whitney and the Ball Smashers, because she's kind of like playing both sides right now, and they know that. So Whitney was trying to smooth things over with Shelby. They were chatting up in the HOH room, and Shelby is telling her about her conversation with Jason. She's like, yeah, Jason told me that Danielle is his target, and I don't think Shelby actually believes this. It would be really silly if she did. I think they're kind of in like a it's too good to be true phase right now, so they're skeptical about it, but I think they are hopeful that Danielle's actually the target. Come on, girls. So Whitney, however, already knows that the Late Night Jamboree is just, they're fooling them with this plan. Danielle volunteered to go up on the block. They're planning on using the POV on her and backdooring Alex this week. So obviously Whitney does not tell Shelby that. But Whitney is telling her she's nervous to potentially go up on the block this week because she hasn't won any competitions yet. She's worried that she would be in danger. And Shelby's like, well, I haven't really decided what I'm going to do yet, but, like, there's a good chance Whitney's going up. So then Whitney brings up how she feels like there's this wall up between her and the other girls, especially Alex, though, ever since Danielle used the power of veto on her last week. So Shelby says, honestly, we thought you made a deal with the other side of the house last week. That's why it's weird. And Whitney's like, the only deal I made was if Danielle saved her with the power of veto, she agreed to vote out Scott. And she felt okay making that deal because this was her big brother life on the line. She felt like she was in danger last week with Scott up there next to her because she was worried that, like, Scott was going to be able to get the votes to stay and she'd be going home. And you know what? She was right. So it's a good thing that she made that deal. But Shelby's like, yeah, Jason told me the same thing. I totally believe you, but you need to patch things up with Alex. So then Justin joins them, and Shelby is freaking straight up with him. She brings up how he was going around last week before the HOH competition saying that he was going to target her. So she's like, what's that all about? You coming at me, bro? So he says, oh, no, I was just talking shit to Morgan. Like, I didn't really mean that. Okay. So then Shelby's asking him, like, what would you do if you were in power for the double eviction? He says that he would that he would target Alex and Morgan. I don't know. He's always going on and on about how he hates Shelby's guts, so I wouldn't put it past him to lie about that. Even though he did pinky swear with Shelby that he would not come after her in the double eviction. Pinky swear, guys. It's serious. I don't know if they kissed it after, though, so it might not have even counted. But Justin and Whitney were acting like they're going to be voting out Danielle this week because Shelby's asking them, so if Danielle's still on the block, you really going to vote her out? And they're like, oh, yeah. Danielle's gone. What? Yeah, I don't think so. But Justin also took this opportunity to throw Alex under the bus. He was like, Shelby, just so you know, Alex is coming after you. What? I haven't heard her say that yet. I have not heard her say that. Maybe I missed something, but I'm pretty sure Justin was straight up lying about that. But let me know in the comments if you guys know otherwise. So then Shelby and Morgan were in the HOH room, and Morgan is campaigning for Whitney to go up on the block for their side because remember, Jason and Shelby are both going to be nominating one person from their own side. That's just how it's working out this week with the co-HOH. So Jason is saying he's going to nominate Danielle, and then it's kind of up in the air who Shelby's going to nominate. But Morgan is campaigning for Whitney to go up, and she's saying, if you put up me or Alex, there's a good chance that, you know, the other person is going to be America's nominee, and that would really suck to have them both up on the block. Wouldn't that be awesome if they told Shelby that they're sisters? That'd be fun. I just want to see people's reactions. But it probably wouldn't be good for their games at this point. But I wonder, like, if their butts were up over the flame, like, would they just pull that out as a last-ditch effort for something to happen? I don't know. But Morgan is explaining, also, Justin would not want to vote out Whitney. So if Whitney and Danielle were up there, bye Danielle, he's not going to vote out Whitney. So then, you know, she's just saying Alex and Morgan would not be safe against Danielle, whereas Whitney would. So then Alex joins them, and she's also saying, you should put up Whitney. She'll be safe. And Alex is saying, speaking of Whitney, she really needs to clear the air with her, which is, you know, what we saw Shelby and Whitney talking about earlier. So Alex knows that they need to work this thing out, especially with the double eviction coming up, because you never know who's going to win the HOH, and you don't want to have any enemies going into that. So she wants to tell Whitney, I was not responsible for you going up on the block last week. People are throwing me under the bus. Jason and Danielle were the ones who wanted you up there, which is true, but Alex also did want her up there. Let's not forget that. So then Alex is saying Jason's got to go. She's tired of him spreading the truth about her, and she's saying they can't trust him. So, I mean, they can't go after him this week, but maybe in the double eviction. Not saying I want that to happen, but I'm just saying you can't do anything about it right now. So then it was time for part 1 of the safety ceremony, and everybody gathered in the living room except for Shelby and Jason, who went upstairs. Remember earlier in the season when they didn't all gather in the living room, and it was like really weird because they'd just be in like 2 separate rooms? It's crazy. Also, they haven't been doing the pre-safety ceremony What Are the Odds lately. What happened to that? It was kind of fun. I guess they got bored of it. But anyway, Shelby saved Morgan, Jason saved Chrissy. That was it for part 1. The whole saving thing, it just like sounds like they're being saved, like, hallelujah. It's kind of funny, but not that that's funny, you know what I mean. So anyway, those 2 are safe. We've still got 2 more people that will be saved on Sunday night, meaning tonight, and I think we know who that's going to be. But anyway, the Late Night Jamboree has a strategy session in the HOH room. Break out your candies. You know it's serious when you break out the candies to figure out the numbers. So they're going through scenarios, or actually Jason's going through scenarios while the rest of them are freaking farting their lives away. I'm not kidding. Oh my god, it was so gross. Anyway, they actually really like that Shelby is going to be nominating Whitney this week, because even though they are close to Whitney, they think that Danielle is going to be able to beat her in the veto. They're not planning on getting rid of Whitney anyway, so they feel good about it. And they're hoping that Alex is going to be the one person who's not playing in the power veto this week. But now that I'm thinking about it, wouldn't there be 2 people not playing? Because it's Final 8, right? Right now it's Final 8. And there's 6 people playing, so won't there be 2 people sitting out? Alright, but anyway, they don't want her to be playing because their goal is to backdoor Alex this week. So, while it would be nice for them to see her go up on the block initially, they don't want to give her that chance to win the power of veto because she is a really strong competitor. So then they're looking ahead to the double eviction, and they're thinking maybe we target Morgan. That would be a good time to take her out. Wow, imagine if both sisters went home this week. That would kind of suck. I don't know. Anyway, today, the house guests got the HOH camera, and for some reason, Shelby and Jason were lying on the floor, and everybody else was dumping Halloween candy on them. Sure. Other than that, they had a field day in the backyard. They were doing like wheelbarrow races and such, and they're pretty much just chilling out. Tonight is part 2 of the safety ceremony. It should be Danielle and Whitney going up on the block tonight, unless something crazy happens. And I want to know, leave it in the comments, who are you guys voting for to be America's nominee this week? I'm hearing a lot of Chrissy. I'm hearing a lot of Alex. Not sure which way it's going to go, but it should be interesting. I feel like the campaign to get Alex up is a lot stronger, though, than the one to get Chrissy up. But we'll see. So, I know, right? Like, All right. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And until tomorrow, much love.